Hello friends, you're welcome once again to this YouTube channel. Yes, you can. In this channel we deal on common entrance questions. For some time now we'll be running through fractions. Today we are going to look at changing fraction to decimal. Changing fraction to decimal. We're going to consider two methods. Now let's go. This first one, 2/5. Now this is how I explain it, because some children get confused if you want to use the long division method, which should be in and which should be out. The fraction that sits on the divisor, I call it the king, and then the one under carrying it is the servant. So the king sits in, the king must be inside his palace, and the servant is out guiding the king. Simple. With this you can never miss which of the numbers should sit in and which should be out. So we're going to use long division method to change this fraction to decimal. We're going to say that 5 into 2, it cannot go, so we're going to put a decimal, a point there, and then this point introduces a 0 to the 2. 5 into 20 is going to give us 4, and 4 times 5 is going to give us 20. We add here, we subtract, and that's very fast. So changing 2/5 to decimal is equal to 0.4. Now let's go to the next one. This one we already know it. 2 whole number 1/5 is a mixed number or a mixed fraction. Now for us to use the long division method to change it to decimal, we must change it to an improper fraction. So changing this to an improper fraction, we say 2 times 5 plus 1/5. So this is going to give us 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is going to give us 11/5. I hope you got that. Now 11/5, we have our king. These are king, he sits in, and these are servants. The servant stays out. So now let's go. We have our king in and our servant out. 5 into 11 will give us 2. Can go 2 times, because 2 times 5 will give us a 10. So 2 times 5 will give us this 10. We are going to subtract here, and we're going to have 1, because this will be 0. 5 here cannot go, so we introduce our decimal, and the decimal brings a 0 down. 5 into 10 is going to be a 2. 2 times that will give us a 10, and if you subtract, you come to the end of the road. So our final answer is 2.2. To change 2 whole number 1/5 to decimal, we have 2.2, which is also a decimal fraction. Now let's go to the second method. We are going to use the same question to solve for the second method. The second method is where we look at the multiples of 10, considering our denominator, making our denominator the target to make it a multiple of 10. For example, this 2/5, which we have solved before. To change it, we are going to look for a number that we are going to multiply by 5, and it will give us a 10. 10 is the closest multiple of 10 to 5. So we are going to say this 2 times 2 times 2, because 2 times this is going to give me a 10. So I'm going to have this times this will give me a 4 over this times this will give me a 10. And then when you have a decimal like this, you already know this is this, and this will introduce a 0. This is going to be 0.4, which is also the answer we got there. Now let's consider the second example. We are using the same example to use in the second method. Now in this one, this is a whole number. We are not going to change it to improper fraction. This is a whole number. We leave the whole number to that, so we have this. We're only going to consider this fraction. So we're going to look at that fraction. We'll bring out that fraction 1/5. Then look for a number you're going to multiply the denominator by to give you a multiple of 10. This is also close to 10, so we are going to say 2, because 2 can multiply 5 to give us 10. So we multiply the numerator with 2 and the denominator with 2. Remember, anything you do to the denominator, you do it to the numerator. Alright, so 1 times this is going to give us a 2 over 5 times this is going to give us a 10. Alright, now changing it to a decimal fraction, this, and there's a point there, so that will be. Remember, that's not the final answer. We have a whole number standing out here. So we are going to introduce our whole number, 2 plus 0 point, and this is 2.0. Remember, at the end of every whole number, there is an invisible decimal. So this will introduce a decimal, and this is going to be this. We're adding and our decimal. So our final answer is also going to be 2.2, which is the same with the other method we have used. You are encouraged to play this video over and over again. Maths is simple. As long as you can make it your friend, you practice,